What is going on YouTube? Hayden back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we are going to be looking at XRP, Ethereum, Bitcoin, as well as the S&P 500. Guys, last we left off, and if you've been following the channel, you know we've been pretty much tracking for at least a week to 2 weeks now, a major resistance level price ceiling at the top for most of these cryptocurrencies. That includes Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, and the S&P 500. And we've been getting very close to retesting that, and an answer had to be determined as to which direction we'd move to. Now, Sunday night, where we had XRP here, Sunday night was a big determination as to whether or not we were going to be buying in for a long position or shorting XRP specifically. Sunday night, we closed, you can see right here, the weekly charts, because these are weekly candles here. Each candle, as you can see, represents 1 week. And you can see this was last week's chart. And basically what we needed to see was how we were going to confirm closing our weekly candle. And that would determine whether or not we buy in for a long position or buy in and short the cryptocurrency. Well, XRP managed to wick above, which was great throughout the week, but we closed the week on Sunday below this downtrend here. Major resistance, major downtrend. And by history repeating itself and comparing it to previous levels where we had wicks above but closed the weekly below, you can see this happens consistently where we wick above and we close the weekly below here. Usually it's followed by a correction, consistently followed by a correction. So without further ado, we saw a very similar thing happen right now last week on Sunday, and we saw us close below here, and that's when we bought in and shorted the coin. And it seems like as of yesterday, that pretty much was the answer we were looking for. As you guys can see, XRP as of last night closed us below our massive moving averages on our daily charts, which was a great confirmation for us to ensure that we made a profitable short position on XRP specifically. And it wasn't just XRP that decided to take a tumble. Honestly, I feel like everything was predetermined with the S&P 500, which, as you guys can see, it's 9:34 at the time of recording this. Markets are opening. The S&P 500 is hitting a pretty vital bottom support for the S&P, which we'll talk about later. But because we bottomed off here, or because we've been correcting lower the past couple of days, the markets have been doing the same thing within cryptocurrency, which is pretty exciting to see the correlation here. And it's not just the S&P. Bitcoin took a pretty substantial stumble, as you can see here. The fact that we closed below these major moving averages here on the 4-hour, we were in a falling wedge fractal in a symmetrical triangle, which usually has a bullish bias. We saw kind of a pump fake here. We immediately dumped lower. We talked about the possibilities of buying into this as a more aggressive style of short, and you can see that's exactly what happened. Ethereum as well has corrected lower, exactly to the target that we expected and anticipated and talked about yesterday, which is exciting, or even 2 or 3 days ago after we saw this reversal doji candle here. We expected markets to pull us back down to the moving average. That's exactly what happened. But before we dive into the video here, I just want to mention once again, we are still doing our free crypto coin display giveaway. As you guys can see, I do have one of these bad boys in the back of every single one of my videos. It is completely free to enter this drawing in this giveaway. Drawing is this Sunday, so stay tuned. Remember, all you have to do to win one of these bad boys for free is just comment your favorite cryptocurrency down in the comment section below, down below. As well, you know, that could be XRP, Ethereum, Bitcoin, Cardano, Algorand, Solana, whatever it is. Let me know your reason as to why, and let me know what cryptocurrency is your favorite, and then make sure to comment subscribe. That's the most important thing, is that you comment the word subscribe. And I will be checking, and if you're not subscribed, you'll not win one of these bad boy free $130 crypto displays. Otherwise, moving on, today's video is brought to us by EYWA. As you guys can see, EYWA is a cross-chain ecosystem. We've actually talked about EYWA in the past here on our channel, but as you guys can see, EYWA is a powered data protocol. You can build your own interoperable dApps. That's a big mouthful, but EYWA is a cross-chain ecosystem that implements philosophy of decentralization, security, and equal opportunities to all. Build dApps with fast cross-chain integration, transfer tokens between blockchains with EYWA, as well as join EYWA relayer networks to increase decentralization and security. So more information about their data protocol as well as their DEX will be at the end of today's video, which is super cool. Their DEX is also a really interesting thing, how you can actually transfer different cryptocurrencies off of different exchanges. You can see here there's tons of different cryptocurrencies here that you can exchange on different blockchains, which is super cool. But like I said, more information about EYWA will be at the end of today's video. Otherwise, definitely make sure to smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm, turn on post notifications, subscribe, and let's dive into today's episode. So guys, first and foremost, do you like my microphone setup here? I have been fiddling with this thing day after day after day, trying to figure out where the heck I can put this microphone. First, we had it like in the back over here, then we had it over here. Now I have it on the side, which seems to be the best, as it doesn't necessarily block much unless I decide to get a new stand. I don't know, going off topic here, that's just something I wanted to mention. I just don't want it to take up most of this background. Otherwise, I have to get rid of the microphone, which I really don't want to do. It's a very expensive microphone, and it makes the video sound really great. Or I might decide to just hold the microphone. We'll see. But moving on to the technical indicators here, I'm very excited to talk about what we've been dealing with the past couple of days. You guys have been clearly following the channel for a while now. If you've noticed, we've been talking about this major short opportunity that was on, XRP. It's happened for the most part yesterday. You can see we're starting to correct lower, but we were so close consistently to tracking this move, whether it was a bullish break, bearish break. We were like 70-30 on a bearish reversal, and that's exactly what happened here. But you can see even with the cryptocurrencies, markets are probably all going to be down 3%, not terrible, but everything is correcting lower. Solana's down 4.6. XRP is not too much because it's pretty much been down over the past couple of days now, down 8.62% on the weekly. You can even see things like Avalanche, Polkadot, they're all down quite substantially, but this was a very good opportunity for us to short this cryptocurrency. And I don't even think it's too late to continue to short. Like, had I missed out on buying in on Sunday to short this, I would still consider buying in now. We managed to break below a massive uptrend here. You can see on the weekly chart consistently, day or week after week after week consistently, this massive symmetrical triangle has shown signs of major rejection off this resistance where prices correct lower and lower and lower. And it's a consistent trend here. We dropped down, we dropped down here, we dropped down here, and here we are again for the fourth time hitting this top resistance and correcting lower. The only difference is now, besides hitting this major downtrend, we have the weekly moving average, intertwined within this too, the weekly moving average right here. So there's tons of resistance on here, and we discussed the price targets is closer to 71 cents here, this green band, the bottom of the moving average, as well as bottom support at 59 cents, depending on how critical this drop actually takes us here. But otherwise, there's a big chance that we're going to continue to drop, and I do think we still have time to buy in. How I bought in specifically, and I do think there's more time here because we just broke out of a massive, what could be symmetrical or ascending triangle. We just corrected below not only the daily moving averages, but the uptrend here. So what I did and what I can still do, because we just confirmed closing below our major supports here with expectations of a short, is obviously on Bityard, the #1 cryptocurrency leveraging website that I like to use specifically here. But they do have XRP, which is super cool, and you can actually create that downtrend here. You can, recreate what exactly we're looking at here, whether it's this, or you can move it up a little bit higher to confirm the top of this wick here, as well as our price floor, just like that. You can extend this out, but you can see the downtrend ideally here. The fact that we rejected right off this major resistance right here was enough for us to buy in for a short. Obviously, doing so, all you had to do was set the amount of leverage that you want. We set very low leverage, like 5 to 10x here, very small, or in between that would be preferable. And then you literally go to a market order, type in the amount of leverage that you want, the amount of margin that you want, and then you click buy long or short. And obviously, we clicked short because we expected these markets to dip lower. So I do still have a trade opened on XRP, and I strongly believe we are going to be pulling back down to 68 to 58 cents there. That's that region here. And we are planning on making a lot of profit. We do have a stop loss, however, put at about 92 cents just in case markets do decide to reverse upwards. But I highly recommend you guys check out Bityard. If you're not going to trade with real cryptocurrency, that's totally fine too. I also highly recommend that you use their demo account. I always recommend using a demo account because there's zero money to be lost here. It's a great way to practice your skills without actually having to invest anything at all. So the fact that we're shorting this right now, you guys can go to a demo account, get familiar with the platform, and short this completely free with Monopoly money. Just play around. And if your trade is profitable, and if we are continuously making profitable trades, then you can consider using real cryptocurrency, but that's up to you. Otherwise, guys, if you haven't already, definitely make sure to click the link down in the description below. And once you sign up to Bityard, then make sure to click on Mystery Box to earn their free promo right now, which is to get free cryptocurrency as well as daily mine. Otherwise, moving forward, you guys can see not only is XRP dropping and we, anticipated the short opportunity, other cryptocurrencies like Ethereum have also been correcting tenfold here. We discussed yesterday how it made 0 sense. I say this every single video the past couple of days now that we've been extremely, overbought here. Ever since we broke through our moving averages here, and we put a long opportunity, or we put a long position in, and we leveraged to the upside here. Small dip, hit our stop losses here, and ever since we've been correcting upwards. I've been saying I don't feel comfortable buying into these cryptocurrencies because we've been continuing to head higher. We're extremely overbought. There's zero indicators to, help or find reasons to continue this pump to the upside here, we're due for a pullback. And here's the pullback that we are waiting for. Now everything relies on how are we going to play out with this bottom support here. Now that we've fallen back down to 50 on the RSI, this is like the lowest point we could move to, and we could start heading back up. There's major supports here on the moving average. We have a bullish cross here. The Bollinger Bands are probably having a bearish cross. Yeah, that just happened, but this is very short term. You can see there's a good chance we might, very much so, bounce off of here. Obviously, if you are in a position on this, just, make your stop losses a little higher in case markets do decide to dip. But I would expect something like this. But if we don't and we dip lower, then you're in a good position to short it. Otherwise, this is a very solid support for Ethereum. And it also applies with S&P and probably Bitcoin too. Now, Bitcoin took a major tumble, but this is the 4-hour. Jumping to the daily charts here, also hitting a tumble. You can see why I also believe that this might be the bottom, not just for Ethereum. I haven't even shown you guys the Bitcoin chart just yet on the daily, but you can see that the Ethereum chart on the daily shows signs that this is probably the bottom support. We fell down to 50 on the RSI. This looks like a very solid level to recover and correct up. Same thing applies itself with Bitcoin. Bitcoin has hit a major support, major daily support right here. So there's a good chance this could recover and see a swing up. It's very possible. So I wouldn't necessarily consider buying into Ethereum or Bitcoin right now. I think it all would depend on how we decide to react to this. If we break through it, then I would short. Like if we close the daily at like $3,000 on Ethereum, I'd short. If we closed below this moving average here, I'd short. And S&P 500 as well, very similarly. If we break through, and it all honestly I think is in line with the S&P 500. So if you pay attention to the S&P, you'll probably be fine throughout this cryptocurrency trading. But you can see here with the S&P, the fact that the S&P is also sliding downwards. We were extremely high. We had no reason to continue this pump. However, I do believe we could be starting something like this, like a trend where we continue to ride off this. That would be the ideal thing. But now that we've hit bottom support here, the daily moving average, very similar to the other cryptos, there's a good chance we could bounce off this. I believe strongly that that might be what happens. We have a bullish cross on the moving averages here. We're at 50 on the RSI. Plenty of reason to see a swing back to the upside here. So everything honestly relies on maybe today and tomorrow. If we break through this, however, then expect to see Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP also plummet to the downside here. Otherwise, we could bounce right off and see a swing to the upside. Regardless, we still have a trade open on XRP. I don't want this video to go on too long, so I do want to talk a little bit more about EYWA with you. I want to give a huge shout out to EYWA for sponsoring today's episode. As with all cryptocurrency projects, please do your own research and never invest anything you can't afford to lose. So guys, EYWA is a unique cross-chain protocol that integrates different blockchains, transferring both liquidity and arbitrary data, simplifying the user experience as much as possible. Now, they are a complex solution to the blockchain interoperability problem, and EYWA enables fast and cheap transfers of any data between any blockchain that supports smart contracts. Now, currently they are releasing 54,000 NFTs, which are available through alpha testing and guaranteed allocation for testers at a price below IDO. Now, EYWA will make cross-chain interactions open to pretty much everyone, both users and DeFi developers. And EYWA helps exchange different assets between blockchains fast, using both their own pools and the liquidity of other exchanges. Now, EYWA DEX is an exchange of identical assets between networks, stablecoins, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and EYWA actually creates its own core of inter-network liquidity and enables farming on stems, branches, and ethers. And then it will also aggregate the liquidity of other DEXs, making it possible to exchange any tokens between networks. You can pay fees in convenient assets using gasless transactions, and you don't need Ethereum or BNB to make transactions. And you can actually pay for the transactions using just USDT, for example. Now, it's easy to use and it requires a minimum amount of actions for complicated transactions. And for developers, DeFi project EYWA creates easy to use tools to build your own cross-chain applications with minimum effort and provides them with the infrastructure to perform gasless transactions across all popular blockchains. Now, this allows developers to move their tokens between blockchains and create their own cross-chain liquidity pools, which allows to compensate for the disadvantage of some blockchains, as well as with the advantages of others. So guys, what makes EYWA projects so unique? Well, EYWA has its own EYWA cross-chain data protocol for transferring data between blockchains, developing a decentralized, infinitely scalable EYWA layer network whose task is to validate and transfer transactions sent between blockchains. Now, current bridge solutions on the market, such as AnySwap, multi-chain, Biconomy are highly centralized and apply a proof of authority approach, and anyone can participate in this EYWA relayer network, launching a node and having 100,000 EYWA earned from it. Now guys, the EYWA team has even developed an application solution based on its transport protocol, a decentralized cross-chain exchange. Now this exchange will make life easier for all DeFi and cryptocurrency users in general. So what other functionality does EYWA cross-chain DEX have, and what does it give its users? Well, EYWA can create cross-chain assets that you can easily convert into the assets you want in the blockchains that you want. And imagine a generic stablecoin that can easily be converted to, for example, USDC in the blockchain that you're interested in. Well, EYWA or E tokens, also known as EUSD, EBTC, Ethereum, are synthetic assets backed by the most trusted original assets placed in different blockchains. So guys, if you're interested in the EYWA project, which started alpha testing, then you can check them out in the links in the description of today's video. Also guys, the mainnet will release in June, so stay tuned for that. Also guys, currently over 47,000 users have already participated in the alpha testing, and you can already test platform features as cross-chain bridges, cross-chain exchanges, and even the synthetic asset creation. And testing participants will receive unique NFT tokens and airdrops from EYWA. And keep in mind, when the NFT drop ends, users need to succeed, and to do this, you need to pass alpha testing, and you'll be able to get one of the 54,000 NFTs. Now, during the testing, participants can follow instructions in the Telegram bot, complete the tasks, and earn points. Now, participants who earn more points than others will also receive more valuable rewards. Otherwise, guys, huge shout out to EYWA for sponsoring today's episode. As always, make sure to smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm, turn on post notifications, subscribe, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Peace.